From the temple, the monks watch the passage of time like the flow of a river. Each age has its own current, its own stones and whirlpools. At 30 and beyond, many begin to feel that they've lost their way. This is not a mistake. It is not a sign of failure. It is, in the Shaolin Zen view, a necessary stage in the journey of awareness. The bamboo is not weak when it bends in the wind. It is wise. It knows to wait. In Shaolin Zen thought, life is not a straight line moving towards some glorious point of arrival. That is a modern illusion, a career, a promotion, a trophy that waits if we don't stray from the path. But nature does not work that way. A river does not flow in a straight line. A tree does not grow evenly in all directions. A human life is no different. If at 30, or 40 or 50, you feel lost, it's because you're awakening to a deeper truth, that the path you followed so far no longer reflects your inner being. Perhaps you chose what others expected. Perhaps you simply survived. Perhaps your heart has changed, and that is okay. When the old path no longer carries you, it's not the end. It's the silence before a new one begins. In the Shaolin tradition, one does not run toward answers. One sits in silence. One listens. When a monk feels confused or trapped, they do not run into the world for more noise. They retreat. They walk in the gardens. They sweep the floors. They sit and observe their breath. They do not search for solutions like someone searching for a lost key. They allow the answers to find them. Why? Because true answers do not come from an agitated mind. They do not come from fear or urgency. They come from the silence that appears when one stops resisting the present moment. At 30 or 40, you've lived long enough to have 1,000 thoughts about what you should have been. But Zen will tell you this: your life is not wrong. It is speaking. You must learn to listen. Many reach this stage with a sense of inner burn. I've done so much, but I feel nothing. That feeling is common. In the temple, it is called the smoke of the unexpressed inner fire. What does that mean? When we spend years suppressing our true desires, out of fear, duty, or habit, the fire does not go out, but it becomes clouded by smoke. We no longer know what we want, but we sense something is wrong. This is not a failure. It is a signal. What is needed is not a 5-year plan or a total reinvention. What is needed is to reignite a spark. Start simply. What makes you feel alive? What do you do without watching the clock? What makes you breathe more deeply? Zen does not seek grand purposes. It seeks true presence. A fulfilled life is not built from grand gestures, but from small, sincere acts. The monk who tends the garden with attention finds the same awakening as the one who meditates on the mountaintop. From the Shaolin Zen perspective, this is not about finding your path, as if there were only one correct destination. It is about walking again, this time with awareness, aligning your steps with what is true in you. Here are 3 practices for those who feel lost. Return to the body. The body is the temple of the present. When you're lost in thought, come back to the body. Breathe deeply. Feel your feet. Move daily, even if only stretching or walking without headphones. The restless mind can be guided by the body that breathes with intention. Remove the unnecessary. Many are lost not because there is no path, but because there is too much noise. Draining relationships, empty jobs, goals that were never truly yours. Remove one thing each week that no longer reflects who you are today. Do not look to add more to your life. Look to release what no longer vibrates with you. Do one thing with full presence. You don't need to change your entire life. Just do one action daily with full attention. Cook, write, help someone, learn something new. If you do it sincerely, it becomes your anchor. It becomes direction. Purpose is not found at the end of the road. It reveals itself in each step taken with awareness. Bamboo grows silently for years without being seen. Underground, its roots spread widely. And then, in a single week, it shoots up feet into the air. So too is the awakening of those who feel lost. You are not falling behind. You are growing roots. You are learning what you are not, in order to remember what you are. The anxiety you feel is your soul pressing forward from within, asking to be heard. When you don't know where to go, stay still like the bamboo. Trust that what matters is growing in the silence. Shaolin Zen does not view confusion as failure. It sees it as a sign of spiritual maturity. Only someone who has truly lived can reach a point where they ask honestly, who am I, really? And when that question arises, it's because the soul is ready to answer. Your life is not late. It is not failing. It is ripening. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be present. Stop running toward what you are not and begin walking, even slowly, toward what truly sustains you. And remember this, when the bamboo bends, it does not break. When you feel lost, you are not finished. You are growing where no one can see yet.